work is Does Mental Health Affects Vaginal Health? Presented by the second grade student Dia Devgan, trustee of the paper Boyko Nadia.
Hello, everyone. Greetings from my side to you all the jury members, the teachers, and all my colleagues. My research is based on the correlation between mental health and vaginal health. So, I got this topic when I was reading one article, and in that it was told that gut health is related to vaginal health somehow. So, if we have impairment of gut health, it automatically impairs the vaginal health. So that is when it clicked my mind that maybe there are some stress factors also, maybe there are some mental health factors also which may affect the vaginal health. So that is why I started this research. It took almost an year, it took almost a year, and with all the doctors I interviewed, and it was immense hard work of Nadia ma'am also, and Dr. Neeraj from India also, who helped me throughout this research. So, my name is Dia Devgan. I am a medical student and a second grade medical student. I am a research enthusiast, and I'm from Musgu Road National University, your colleague. So, I'm going to give you a basic introduction of what exactly I had thought of. I told you already that I was going through an article and I somehow wanted to relate vaginal health issues with the mental health issues. Especially in the rural India, there are people who lack the education. They are not aware about how is the state of their vaginal health. They don't like to talk about it, and even mental health is a far more it is far away that they'll think about the mental health also. So I just wanted that people should know that what exactly is the relation between these two. So we study during our medical years that somehow lifestyle factors, they affect the vaginal health. Like if we don't exercise, we have some bad food, it automatically suppresses our vaginal health. And like PCOS, PCOD, these syndromes also we develop if our lifestyle isn't good. According to WHO, also, the mental health disorders are more common. Women are more prone to these disorders, and they also affect their reproductive health. So, I'm going to talk about my research on this. That I selected some amount of people, the women from 14 to 50. It was a random anonymous Google form strategy which I used to know about them, that what do they feel, what are their criterias, what are their observations. So I'm going to tell a bi-directional relationship, how vaginal health affects mental health and how mental health affects vaginal health. They are all interrelated. We'll get to know how in our upcoming slides. So this was my study design. I was working on it from a year, and I was talking to Miss Nadia about all these, that maybe somehow they are related. She helped me a lot around this. We collected some data, and I gave a form to people that what do you think, how is your vaginal health, and during that phase what is the status of your mental health. So I designed some questions I'm going to show you further, and then afterwards I selected two women, and I took pap smears on them. I examined their pap smears, and here are the pap smears I used. I hope it's visible to you. This is how I use the pap smears, and I identified the infections like bacterial vaginosis, whether if they are infected with it or not. So after that, I somehow concluded all this. So this was the age group. These are the people who participated. I was having 15 to 50. All the women, they were from 15 to 50. Majority was from 15 to 25, and also from the 56 to 50, 46 to 50. So these were the age groups who participated, and this is how they responded when I asked them that on scale of 0 to 10, what do you think? How does the mental health affects vaginal health? So it was their observation. So majority of them said yes, that somehow whenever we are having any mental health issue, we get disturbance in the vagina too. So this was the rating scale of the respondents. This is the pie chart which was formed when I asked that, do you feel any changes in your vaginal discharge when you're upset? So 46% said yes, and yes, 43% said no. I don't say that majority, but yes, still, even if little majority says yes, we have to take an action on that. So next thing I asked that, what is the reverse of that? How does your vaginal health affect the mental health? Same way, people said that they get annoyed, they get irritated, their whole day gets disturbed, they are stressed, they are upset, they are lethargic. And somehow in my theory also, later on you will get to know how these factors disturb vaginal health too. Same way, vaginal health also affects the women's mood. Okay, so this was then actual Google form which I had given to the people, and this was their result. I asked them that, what are the eating conditions, how do you eat when you're stressed, how do you drink when you're stressed? So majority have said that they don't drink enough water, they don't eat enough food, and they get lethargic. So this was my observation from the Google form. Now, two theories which support my research, my hypothesis. I asked Dr. Neeraj Mittal that, what do you think? Do you think there is some correlation between mental health and vaginal health? So he straightforward said that yes, there might be some kind of relation, because when women, they are stressed, they are in a state of anxiety, or they are upset, so they get lethargic, they don't exercise, they don't drink much water. And personally, I too feel the same when I'm in stress, and I think so many of the women like you also feel the same. So we are stressed, we don't drink much water, we don't have enough food, so somehow these problems can lead to urinary tract infections. And when these problems lead to urinary tract infection, it can disturb the natural microbiota of the vagina. So this is when you get prone to infections. This was stated by Dr. Neeraj Mittal, which I completely agree, because I myself face the same. So next thing is that, according to me, I was reading some articles, I got to know that when you are stressed, cortisol is released, and after that, there is some effect on your menstrual cycle. Same way, I was reading my book, biochemistry book, when I got to know that cortisol also leads to immune suppression. When we are stressed, cortisol is secreted, and then after that, what happens? There is a due to cortisol, there is a suppression of the immune system. Due to that, there is increased risk of infections, which is automatically true. Women get more prone to vaginal infections due to this. Also, as I had read in previous paper also, that gut health is also correlated. So due to cortisol, our metabolism also disrupts, and if metabolism disrupts, there is problem in the gut health also. So gut health can also impair the vaginal health automatically. Same way, so the main source can be stress also. So even when I interviewed the doctors, that female doctor, she told me that I use probiotics when I treat women with vaginal infections. So this was a huge boost to my research. So my conclusion is that somehow stress is related to the vaginal conditions, the disturbers you get in the vagina. They can be the reason can also be stress, anxiety, the mental health situation. Same way, vaginal health can also be the problem for the mental health. So healthcare providers, they should focus on this thing, that stress and anxiety must be measured along with the vaginal health. Same way, vaginal health should be measured with the stress and anxiety. So this was my conclusion, and moving on to recommendations, what according to me, what should be added on to the medical sciences is that there should be an increase in the awareness. Many women don't like to talk about it, and also people feel suppressive. Women usually, especially, and males also, they don't feel like talking about it, especially in India, people don't talk about it much. So there must be a good amount of awareness and education to the people, even if they are not in the school. Some campaigns, something like that, should be organized by the government. Second thing is that whenever a woman goes for the vaginal health screening, she should also be asked some mental health questions, that how is it going on. And we should provide a holistic care. There should be, whenever you are asked about the vaginal health, questions from mental health should be asked. When mental health is being assessed, question for vaginal health must be asked. And gynecologists, psychiatrists, they should work hand in hand and provide the care for the female patients. And also we need to tell women that you have to learn the techniques to manage stress, to know that what are the hygiene, proper hygiene techniques, and what they need to do to improve both the healths. And also we should support women, that you should go and talk, you should feel free to talk to me as a friend. Also, if males have their female friends, just ask them that you can talk to me about this freely and I'll help you. And healthcare infrastructure should be improved, so that we get more upcoming techniques to get to know about these correlations, and also to help the patients. And even government should apply some changes in order to get all this. These are the references which I used to read my research. The literature used was this. And a special thanks to Nadia ma'am. She's a microbiology professor in Ukraine, and Dr. Neeraj Mittal, he's MD pathology in India. They both helped me in all the aspects of my research, and it is possible because of them only that I could represent it today. And also I encourage all the healthcare professionals to to make some changes in the work together and prioritize women's health, reproductive as well as mental health. And thank you for your attention today. Together, let's ensure that women's physical and mental health are equally valued and cared for, paving the way for healthier and happier lives for all. Slava Ukraine! Thank you so much. All the questions are welcomed.
Thank you so much. Please put here Pura Moyolot, your questions.
Hi.
Hi.
So, what I need to ask you is that, as you mentioned about the relation between mental health and vaginal health, so we know that, and also you mentioned about the hormonal changes in body. So we know that in post-menstrual period and also in pre-menstrual period, there are a lot of changes happening in a woman's body, especially in vagina, related to vaginas and all. Other than cortisol and other than those things, what else can you add to emphasize that point? Because you know, um, the relation between this vaginal health, mental health is more emphasized on hormonal changes in our body. So, what can you suggest or what can you say about the other changes, especially in a post-menstrual period woman they can experience or they can have in their body related to the hormonal changes, which can connect to the vaginal health of the patient?
All right. Thank you for your question. The thing is that I introduced hormone topic also, but also on the other side, I also talked about the lethargy and urinary tract infection. They might catch due to lethargy and less water. They can get water, urine stagnation. So this might also be the reason that vaginal health is impacted due to mental health, because when you're stressed, you get lethargic and you don't drink enough water, and this might be a cause for urine stagnation. So that was my theory, and this is what I researched for.
Okay, thank you. So I asked this because the basis of most of the mental and the changes that we see exterior to the physical changes is mainly based on the hormonal changes in our body.
Yes.
So that's why I asked. See, as it all, of course, UT and all can also lead to changes in variation in the vaginal health. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hushi, please, your question.
Yes. Hello, Dia.
Hello.
First of all, what an amazing presentation. I really liked it. Applying it on myself also, I got immense information, and so bold of you to be presenting this. Just one thing I want to ask that I know you already explained that how vaginal disturbances allows you to have stress, but for me, can you please add some points in it, like to just elaborate it, how the vaginal disturbances is causing stress?
Okay. Thank you so much for your question. So you were asking that how vaginal things are causing stress. Okay. So yes, like you're also a girl, you know that whenever we have some kind of vaginal problem, automatically we get stressed that what is going to happen. Like previous some time ago, I used to have a cyst, and I'm speaking openly about it. I used to have a cyst, and automatically I used to get very much stressed that is it something bad, what is going to happen. So this is very natural process which happens due to vaginal infections. Even when you get bacterial vaginosis, you get a bad odor, and you feel stressed, you hesitate to do something. So this is the little thing I try to support my research. Though there are some scientific things also I had read, and some mucin cleavage and all, I had read about that also. But to get to an easier point, this was my theory that this gets influenced on that.
Yeah, I think like many of the women population must be suffering from these kind of things.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your
Thank you,
research.
thank you for appreciation.
So Dia, can I
Yes,
can I
please.
suggest something?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you told about UTIs and all. So I think I should suggest something to you as your second year student. It will be helpful for you.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that, as I mentioned, the postmenstrual period, because in those period there is high variations in estrogen, progesterone levels in a woman's body. So due to these high changes in their body, so it can lead to a lot of variations in their vaginal health. And as you already mentioned, the correlation between mental and vaginal health. So one of the bases is that there is lots of hormonal changes that's happening in our body during all those periods. Not just post-menstrual period, but even in pre-menstrual period, from the beginning of that till the end, there are lots of hormonal changes. I emphasized on this progesterone and estrogen because um, there is a lot of variations that will happen in our body. So these all things also can lead to the change in vaginal health of a lady, of a woman. So that's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with me.
Thank you. Asiranish, do you have any questions?
Yes, ma'am. It was a very good presentation, Dia, and I really liked it. And I have a question.
Yes.
Like, you showed the statistics of the research people group you showed now. Like, which group you chose? Are those from village people? I mean, village girls, or from
Uh,
a developed region?
all right. Thank you for your question. It was open to all, everyone. Many women they addressed their situation, and yes, people living from village also they also filled the forms. Many people they were it was open to whole world. Like I spread it all over the people from other countries also, and India also, and villages also.
Yeah, it was good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sakshi, please.
Okay, hi Dia.
Hi.
So I wanted to ask you about the female's mental health in the postmenopausal period as affected not just by the hormones, but as affected by her physical appearance. As in when she undergoes when she goes through the postmenopausal period, we all know that the female is no longer the same. So she will have osteoporosis, she will have excessive growth of hair on her body, so I wanted to know if there was something in the presentation about these females, like what could they add to their life in general, which could this help them, at least with their physical appearances, because I know we can't go to the masses and explain them everything which is happening on a chemical basis, but at least we can tell them about why and what is happening physically to them, which makes them so depressed. So I wanted to know if there was something.
So you want me to answer that? How should I convey them this about this?
No, I don't want you to convey. I just wanted to know if there was something in the PPT because I myself know many females going through the same and I would like to know about it.
The physical appearance.
Yes, like does can it be improved as general? Like can it be improved through some changes in their lifestyle?
Okay, so you're saying that the like when the hair growth is when hair grows due to all this. So according to me, I think all this is natural, and it's a taboo that we have to hide all these things.
Yeah, that is what I understand, but that's not something that you can, put into the minds of the masses, at least in a female who's 40 years old. I get you as a female, as a young female, but can you like put that into a female who's like 50 years now? I don't think you can explain her the same.
Yeah, but I don't think she'll bother about her appearance, or maybe if she does, maybe if she does, then of course we are there to support. But I don't think so. It's going to be. I can't say that now go and shave your hair. I can't say that, right? So
No,
this is.
that's not something I just wanted. Okay, I get you.
Hmm.
I just wanted to add that, okay, with this, I would like to tell you what I feel about it is, and that is what I've been doing to females that I have met.
Hmm.
So usually we think that we only have female hormones in our body. I mean, not as a medical student, but as a person who is not having any medical knowledge, we only have female hormones within our body. And that is why we feel ashamed when we think that something masculine like body hair
Hmm.
or excessive growth of muscles is happening. But we have both kind of hormones in our body. And That is when you reach 50, you realize that because you are undergoing a menopause, you will not have that many female hormones, and so the male hormones dominate.
Hmm.
And that is what you can explain to them on a natural level. I think
Yeah,
that is
that
what
is
I
what
wanted
we have
to
to
know
tell
about.
what is medically happening to their bodies, because it and we also have to explain them that it is natural and it is happening due to something which is naturally medically happening in your body, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your
You're
knowledge
welcome.
with me.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you all for paying your attention. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for your presentation. So next work is influence of body mass in